Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Ranked Duels. Today I'm doing a little bit more of my KURIBOH Monarch deck. It's basically a Monarch deck but with KURIBOH thrown into it here and there because KURIBOH is really good at special summoning. And I'm playing against Couch Potata. Couch Potata, that is an awesome name. And he is playing some variant of an Elemental Hero deck. It's not Mouse Heroes, no, it's actually something quite unique. It's a different spin on Elemental Heroes, but I won't spoil the surprise. As you can see, Couch Potata has used E Emergency Hero to bring out Prisma, and then used Terraforming to bring out Bound of the Creator. I forgot what that card's name is called, but it will get played soon. He plays Elemental Hero Prisma, and he targets Rainbow Neos of all cards. Rainbow Neos is a fusion between Rainbow Dragon, Elemental Hero Neos, and something else that's pretty crazy. And he sends Elemental Hero Neos to the graveyard in order to change Prisma's name to Elemental Hero Neos until the end of the turn. I think the main part of that is to mill the card into the graveyard, but who knows what he's going to do here. As for me, myself, and I'm going to start off by playing Tenacity of the Monarchs. Tenacity is going to require me to reveal one of my monsters with 2400 attack and 1000 defense, and I'm going to show off Majesty's Fiend, and that's then going to allow me to add one Monarch spell card or trap card from my deck to my hand. And the one which I'm going to go get my hands on is March. Am I going to go for March of the Monarchs? I'm thinking about it. Yep, I'm going to go for March of the Monarchs. A continuous spell card which is really good at protecting tribute summoned monsters, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first of all, what I'm going to do here is play March of the Monarchs so that my monsters that I summon cannot be targeted by effects or destroyed by card effects. Really good protection for them. Then I'm going to play the Monarch Stormforth, and this will allow me to tribute summon one of my opponent's monsters as if though it were my own. The restriction on this is that I can't use my extra deck, but to be honest, when you've got some of these monsters on the field, you don't even need your extra deck at all. Not that my extra deck in this deck is anything good or worth talking about anyway, it's just there to throw people off. So now I bring up a Majesty's Fiend, and Majesty's Fiend is going to attack Couch Potata for 2400 attack, and with Majesty's Fiend on the field, he's going to be unable to use any monster effects. So am I. We're both going to be unable to use any monster effects as long as Majesty's Fiend is on the field and not negated. So let's see what he does to try and get around this. He can still be destroyed by battle, so if Couch Potata can find a way to summon a big monster, he should be able to deal with this problem quite easily. But this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is becoming, isn't it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about summoning bigger cards. Bigger cards which have crippling effects. If you can't deal with those effects, then you can't deal with the game, you know. Game is, wow, it's just so unbalanced now. Yeah, so Majesty's Fiend is going to attack his face down card, which is Summon a Monk. Obviously he couldn't use that, so he's setting it out to die, just protect his life points until he finds a resource which is really good for him. And now I'm switching over to Couch Potata's turn, and let's see what he gets up to here. He plays Upstart Goblin first, giving me 1000 life points and allowing him to draw one card, a decent trade. Especially in this day and age, where you have lots of big monsters, so an extra 1000 life points doesn't really matter much because you're going to overkill your opponent anyway. And he sets down one more monster in order to build up some more field presence. So I'm probably going to do the same thing this turn. I'm probably just going to attack the face down monster. I'm not really going to play anything yet. I really need him to have at least 2 resources on the field in order to make use of my Monarchs. So I'm just going to attack with my face down card. Oh no, with my card against his face down card. And it is Elemental Hero Prisma, so that's gone. Off the field that goes. He has lots of monsters in the graveyard now, and he could easily just play Miracle Fusion and bring out something big. So this duel is definitely not out yet. He plays Pot of Duality first. He's going to excavate the top 3 cards of his deck. We've got One Day of Peace, King of the Swamp, and Upstart Goblin. King of the Swamp is a unique card. Not many people might not know it. It's a card which you can use to summon monsters as an alternative to a fusion material. So let's say a card requires you to summon, requires Elemental Hero Sparkman and Elemental Hero Clayman to be summoned. You can use King of the Swamp as a substitution for one of those, or really any other fusion, so he's quite versatile in a fusion deck. My opponent went for One Day of Peace though, and therefore he's going to play One Day of Peace, and both of us got to draw a card, but it means that there's we can't deal damage to each other until his next turn. I want to play a pot of duality of my own and excavate 3 cards on the top of my deck. And which one am I going to add to my hand? Probably not a monarch. I've already got enough monarchs in my hand. Oh no, well, maybe I am going to add one. So an extra copy of Caius is added to my hand. I've got plenty of tribute summon support, so it's probably a smart idea. Okay, so Majesty's going to attack again, but I made a mistake. I forgot that he played 1 day of peace. Therefore, that damage is not going to affect anything at all. So what I'm going to do now is just go to main phase 2, or nope, just going to go and end my turn. Back over to Couch Potato. Let's see if he can mount a comeback in this turn here. Alright, so he plays Mound of the Bound Creator. That's what that's called. It's a really unique field spell card. I'll tell you what he does in a second. But he plays Polymerization and he sends 2 cards to the graveyard. He sends Elemental Hero Neo and Rainbow Dragon to his graveyard, so we can send out Rainbow Neos with a whopping 4,500 attack. I don't even know the effects of Rainbow Neos. It's must be future summon, cannot be special summon any day. Once per turn you can activate one of these effects. Send 1 monster you control to the graveyard, shuffle all your cards your opponent controls into their deck. Send 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard, shuffle all cards in your opponent's graveyard into their deck. And he has another effect which I think affects your hand maybe. It's got a lot of strong effects. And it's a very strong card. So he's going to quite easily get rid of my Majesty's Fiend. Also, Mound of the Bound Creator is a huge good support card for a card like Rainbow Neos. What that card does is it protects any level 10 or higher monsters. I don't think it's higher than level 10. Is it level 12? Maybe. Level 10 monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects or targeted by card effects. And when he destroys one of my monsters by battle, I lose an extra 1,000 life points. It's a really good field spell card for those big monsters. I'm going to play Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin is going to allow me to draw 1 card, give my opponent 1,000. And I've drawn into Forbidden Lance. But now I'm going to play the Monarch Stoneforth. And because I'm not targeting my opponent's monster, I'm still able to use this against him. And this is still going to allow me to tribute one of his monsters in order to bring out one of my monsters. Sad to say, but man, this card is so strong. It's ridiculous how strong this card is. Like, you put all that work in, and I can still tribute your monster off. It's just... what can I say? The Monarch Stoneforth is easily one of the best cards in the game. Really good. It's broken, man. I need to see the current ban list. I need to see whether it got limited or something. But like I said before in the past video, if when the game gets updated, I might start maining Monarchs, because the Monarch Stoneforth is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. One of the few spell cards that is a really effective tool at removing your opponent's monster's threat. And there are a lot of broken monsters out there these days, so yeah, I really like the Monarch Stoneforth. I'm a big fan. And unfortunately for my opponent, he hasn't got a way to get back into the game. He played another copy of Mound of the Bound Creator, I think just because. But we'll see if what happens this turn here. I think this is one of my blip moments. I keep on doing this. I don't know what's wrong with me. For some reason, whenever I'm playing in my turn, sometimes I just forget that it's my turn. Maybe I'm not concentrating enough. Maybe I'm not focused enough. But sometimes I'm on my turn, and maybe if my opponent does something big, I start thinking, or my brain starts thinking, oh, it's his turn. Let me stop and wait. I don't know why I do that. It's kind of crazy. But there we go. He's playing Mound of the Bound Creator again. And oh, maybe I was just thinking whether I should get rid of it or not. But this game is pretty much in the bag here. It's going to be easy to swing for the game. Thank you for playing against me, Couch Potato, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. There are at least 2 more episodes of KURIBOH Monarchs coming up. 1 more online ranked episode and 1 subscriber showdown episode. So hopefully you guys will look forward to seeing that. But otherwise, thank you for tuning into my channel as always. Take care.